finish, 157 pounds. Big Ten finalist in Kendall Coleman, ranked 7th in the country, 7-1. And Jonathan Kervin for Indiana.
Shane, really tough duty here for Jonathan Kervin here, getting out here against the explosiveness and the quickness. And I've really been impressed with Kendall Coleman that when we saw him here recently that in the Iowa meet, where he's it seemed like last year he was just like attacking below, but this type of stuff with his slide by is just a great complementary style of wrestling, attacking low with those freight train doubles below the knee, and then turning around and if your opponent pushes back and tries to get his hands on you to stop that double, it's a nice little slide by technique. So he's really dangerous. You can't put too much forward pressure on your feet on him, and he's beautiful from distance.
A lot of natural ability. I talked to you before the Big Ten season, and what really makes him dangerous this year is he's believing in himself. He said last year, you know, he thought he belonged, had some success. He said, but heading into this season, he believes when he toes the line, he can go with anybody in the country.
And I think that started probably the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season. You know, he just always has had this, and just on one shot right there, he's able to crack Kervin down and changes his head position and reflects the quick too. But man, you got to get off the tracks if you're going to wrestle him, because he's going to blow you right off the tracks. You try to be head-to-head with him, ear-to-ear, or just even be in space. You just got to always be looking for that angle, and that's that little slide-by work I was talking about that he has now in his arsenal. And he follows it up with a nice, beautiful shot below the knee.
Good quick finish for a second takedown, wants to stay on his feet.
But the guy I saw last year was in shape, in condition. You know, it takes a lot of good conditioning to be able to pull off that many attacks in a match. A lot of guys will go out there and stand around. Not Kendall Coleman. He's ready to go ahead and bring it. Good footwork.
6 of the top 10 in the rankings from the Big Ten. Of course, Ryan Deacon ranked #1. He had a big win yesterday over Brayton Lee of Minnesota. A major decision for Deacon. I'm telling you, it was a madman on the loose, Jim. I mean, Deacon is a dangerous man.
Well, he certainly had a lot of momentum winning the Big Ten championships last year. Made a statement last year at the tournament, and you know, was walking into the tournament being the #1 seed. And you know, we mentioned you know, 41 looks like at the Big Tens, but the 57-pound weight class here nationally is really something. A lot of balance in that weight class here. The quarterfinals in that tournament is going to be fantastic.
Single leg here for Coleman. Can he get his 3rd takedown? Kervin able to kick away and keep it 4-2 with 20 seconds in the first.
Yeah, nice little duck right there, right at the edge, collects the points. Beautiful little lookout there. Baited Kervin into that.
That's one for @B1G Wrestling on Instagram. That was highlight material there from Coleman.
Yeah, we had a good angle of that where he's able to go ahead, just ram his right elbow out, bring his head out, change directions.
Gets a takedown late in the first period. Great mat return right there to put a cherry on top of the first, up by 4 to the second period.
Let's take a look at that last takedown. You see, watch him take with that right elbow. Bring it all the way out, swim it out there like that, and bust out, get your head up, and then slides, shoelaces flat, gets a better angle, and covers it.
Kervin will go on bottom. Jim, you know I get fired up by mat returns. What fires you up?
I don't know. You know, that's a great question because it all fires me up. You know what? Tournament wrestling fires me up. There's no doubt about it. I love, you know, bringing the championship finals when we're wrestling for titles. And when you've taken guys to those final matches and you've had an opportunity to go ahead and build a strategy to beat an opponent and sit in one of those corners there and cheer your guy on, but not so much cheer, but just where the strategy works. Just having memories of all those experiences and then watching it happen with these quality coaches and great athletes, that's what fires me up.
More slickness here from Coleman, 2 more. He is lightning quick. When you speak about championship wrestling, Jim, what's something in your mind that oftentimes goes very overlooked?
Work, man, work. Just, you know, there's 4 things that I think about when I talk about championship wrestling. But having a go-to shot. You hear us talking about that all the time, having a go-to takedown. And what are you going to do? 30 seconds left. Down by 1. You know, being able to go ahead and finish a period in the top position, being able to get that quick escape at the end of a period here if you give up a takedown. It's a lot different. It's you know, you have to take a guy down twice and ride him out here to make up for you know, a takedown or ride out situation. And then, you know, the last thing is just the great defense. And I think that's what's changed the most over the years, is that the great defense and the adjustments that these technicians are making over in their programs. And just see those little finite adjustments that people used to see a few years back, where guys would get stuck in that face to shoelace position. Well, a little bit of slight rule change, but better technique, attacking below the knee and finishing below the knee is really kind of taken it. There's that beautiful double leg again, switching to a single. But those 4 things: go-to takedown, great defense on the feet, finishing periods in top position, quick escapes. That's how you win tight matches.
And short time scoring. Here's Coleman. A lot of offense here tonight for the Boilermaker.
Yeah, I just see so much progression from the early part of it. I mean, this is what you saw all last year, but you didn't see as much of this right there with where he's switching off to the single off of that nice double leg shot.
Coleman will go on bottom here in this 3rd period. Quick stand up, fighting hands. Kervin staying with him at the moment. There's an escape. Coleman, 1st and 2nd periods, putting points on the board late.
And when you can get out like that, you know, I know that there's a big difference in the records and the rankings at this point here between Coleman and Kervin. But, you know, if you can get out quickly, then that makes you more aggressive on the feet, because you don't worry about if you give up a go behind, if you shoot from space. Pace becomes more important than score. And if you do give up a score, you have the confidence: I'm going to get right back up to my feet, I'm going to keep the pace high, and I'm going to keep scoring.
Not yet. Still neutral.
Scramble situation here for Coleman.
Still neutral.
Who's going to get their head up? And guess what? Coleman does. Gets a more athletic position, wrinkle in the back of his neck, and he's able to go in and secure the takedown. When you get lost, you know, sometimes in a scramble, just get your head up, hips down, just be a better athlete. Don't plant and hang. Don't plant your head on the mat and hang. Nothing usually ever happens that's good from there.
Riding time over a minute. Familiar territory for Purdue as they are looking for bonus points once again. Man, is he quick.
At the other side, Shane. He went to attack the other side of the body, right? You say he's a little bit, you know, may have not been the native shot that he'd like to have right there. He's more familiar with finishing off the single on the left side. But I like the effort that Kendall Coleman's making there when he went and attacked the other side of the body, because it got in there quicker. And it just wasn't as natural to him. Right now is more of a natural finish position here for him, but I like the effort. You know, you can see a guy's style progress when they're starting to attack the other side of the body.
You said it before, Jim. He is great from space, no question.
Yeah, you've got to have the conditioning to be able to attack that much. Another low shot right there at this time.
Still neutral.
Looks like he's going to be able to secure it by pushing that knee away.
I like that. Came right back to the center. Late in the match. Another attack. Run through the finish line.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt that this guy, you know, he's probably going to walk into the tournament with a pretty similar seed. Unless he, you know, he has but he's improved from last year to this year. That's saying something with a year that's been this challenging.
The Big Ten finalist from a year ago, Kendall Coleman, ranked top 10 in the country. The major decision for Purdue at 157 pounds.